Shalom, aloha, hola. This is Brother Wasil Bey coming at you with an educational video on child support, not legal advice. I don't do that. I do things lawfully. And this video is for Whitney Derrick. She requested this for Massachusetts. And I'm letting her know she's volunteering because she said she was interested in the ex parte Davis, wanted to have an intellectual conversation. It's hard for me to have an intellectual conversation when you volunteering, and I don't let nobody tell me what I'm doing with my offspring. Can nobody tell me what I do with my money? So there's a difference. I'm not programmed, because child support is a program, so they programming you to go get your money, go work for them, and pay them so you can readopt your offspring. Anyway, let's get with it. Child support volunteers of the state of Massachusetts, people. Go do research, brothers and sisters of Massachusetts. This is an educational video. Revenue, the corruption of revenue. I got this from oneheaven.org positive law. Okay, the word revenue is derived from two Latin words meaning form, property, transaction, business. Look what it means. Indulgence. Hence, the original etymology of the term from the 15th century is literally the business of trading and transacting indulgences. All possible revenues may be classified according to three main divisions, being unilateral, bilateral, and involuntary. Look at that. Gifts, grants, assignments. What it's supposed to be. Is given voluntary with full knowledge and disclosure without necessarily any valuable consideration in returns. Bilateral revenue, such as sales fees, rent, royalties, etc., etc. Here we go. Involuntary. This is child support. Because if you look, it's a part of the Department of Revenue. Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest, people. Go through the form. I want to see what income is. See what income is? So they saying that your offspring is their property and they got you paying for it. That's what they saying. Wake the hell up. Look, income gained from possession of property to which the person is not entitled is fraud and unlawful. So you made your offspring, so here they come trying to tell you what to do with your property. And they're going to make you pay. If they don't, I'll break your leg if you don't pay. That's fraud and unlawful. People, get off your ass and start doing your paperwork. If not, what I tell you, you gonna pay me for my fees and services. What is that? Article 6? Of what? Of what, people? Look at that. The Constitution telling y'all protects y'all, but y'all want to be fucking zombies and be programmed. No man nor corporation. The Department of Revenue for child support in Massachusetts is a corporation. Read that. When you, Derek, you say you study, right? Well, you studying the wrong stuff. Stop studying everybody else's cases and learn how to take the case against you. State your case. Make your case. Google that shit. See, that's what takes me so long, because I dig and I search and research and break this shit down. I didn't write none of this shit. Look at that. Look at that. Administrative law. Then we said child support is administrative, not judicial. I mean, told y'all that. This is what the book says. This manual is designed to serve only as guidance. Wow. This manual is not intended to serve as a statement of law, as it contains advice in many areas which is not legally compelled. Remedy right there. But rather derives from experience and a desire to conduct business of the board in a professional manner. Me, hearing officers should make at least about $10 an hour. I'm just gonna be real with you. If you look it up, see how much these people make. If they making over 100-some thousand a year, over 42,000 a year, I don't care if they got a degree and all this old shit, because that don't mean shit. I mean, it's good to have, but someone like me, I don't have a degree because I've been kicked out, you know, because I found myself, I know more than what they know. You know what I'm saying? My learning is no limit. So I have a no limit of education, of learning. Let's get on with this lecture. Let's talk about due process. Look at that. Look at that. Look how they got the 14th Amendment. We know what the 14th Amendment is, right? Your ass to be taxed. It says the 14th Amendment to. What happened to for and of the United States Constitution? It's mighty funny they talk about the 14th Constitution because they talking about taxing you. They ain't talking about 1 through what, 13? No, they 14 because they got an interest in it, people. Purpose of this manual is the concept of property. Your offspring, people. Look at this. So let's call them in a lie about license suspension for child support. Check this out. In other words, an individual who holds a professional license has a property right. Just out there, book, man. You people letting folks take your license, That's you. Look at that. Chapter 3 of this book, Pretrial Hearings. Listen to this. It's administrative hearing. Do it say judicial? Hell no. Child support is not judicial. It is administrative. And you have the right to administrate your own property and tell people to leave your fucking property alone. Presiding officers, administrative, magistrate, hearing officers, hearing counsel, to name a few. An employee or a member to act as a presiding officer, they acting, who conducts administrative proceedings. For simplicity, these individuals will primarily be referred to as presiding officer. Man, I'm giving y'all so many remedies right now. It's fucking heartbreaking. Appearance. Only a ghost can appear, not a flesh and blood human being. Look at that, man. Look at that. The respondent may appear. You may not. Why don't say the respondent will appear or you have to appear? In his own behalf, this is called appearing pro se. I looked in my old dictionaries, I can't find pro se. They meant prosecutor. And I'm going to show you what it means prosecutor. Okay? Don't go in there pro se, because if you do, they're going to pro se your ass up in the jail. Because that's their shit. That's their language. Going there as a man or a woman. Look, accompanied by an authorized representative. That can be a friend that knows somebody. That knows the law. That's knowledgeable. Who may or may not be an attorney. Wow, didn't I just say that? An authorized representative must file a written appearance with the board, which should include. It says must file. Do you have to file? But then here they gonna put since you're in their court, they want you to do these things. Which should include. No, you ain't getting in my business. Hell no. Failure to prosecute or defend. See how I got it up here? I did this. I put if a prosecutor fails to file documents, respond to notices, or comply. You see that? You see that? Did it say what document? Huh? What document it said? It ain't tell you. That's where you come in there and you find out what you gonna defend yourself against their case against you. The paperwork. There's another old pussy ass word they made up. Sua sponte. Y'all Google that shit. I already Googled that shit. That's that legal terminology. When you go in there speaking their legal language, they're going to whoop your ass every time. Title 4, the hearing. Preparation for the hearing. Notice of hearing. Look at that. Notice may be sent by registered mail with a return receipt requested. I know that's a typo. Certified mail. Registered mail? Oh, registered mail so they can see who all hands touched it if you ain't at home. But you know what? You got the right to refuse anything under the mailbox rule. Look, judicial attitude, demeanor, behavior. A presiding officer is viewed by the parties as a judge. Viewed. Judge not yet ye be judged. I ain't letting nobody judge me. Ain't no such thing as a judge in my book. They really referees. They here to hear shit Impartially means equally, I guess. That's what they say. They want to be fair, open-minded. Off the record discussions. Remedy, people. Look at that. In a hearing, of course, the record primarily consists of the verbatim recording of transcript. However, this does not mean that the presiding officer must conduct all business on the record. Much of the routine business of controlling and scheduling a hearing can be discussed off the record. See that? That's fraud. Conflict of interest. The hearing officer should feel free to do so. Off the record discussions in absence of one or more parties called ex parte. Sister Wendy. Discussions are normally considered improper. The subject is discussed in the next chapter. They up here talking y'all business, man, at lunch. You ain't around, they not gonna tell you the truth. Look, off the record discussions are, by definition, not part of the administrative record, not judicial, administrative, and so nothing said or heard in such of a discussion can constitute a part of the factual bias of the decision. Off the record discussions must include all parties. You think they're gonna tell you that shit? Get the fuck, you a damn fool if you believe that. This is what I put in here for y'all. Conflict of interest and fraud. And that's on the small notes when you go Google and look at this manual. The hearing officer may discuss. They might not discuss. But they're going to discuss. Because that's how they get their money, their revenue. Because they're a part of the revenue. And you're revenue for these people. If they're driving a Mercedes, any kind of car better than you walking and you catching a bus, you letting these people get away with murder? Hell no. But care must be taken to avoid discussing substantive matters. Look at that. That's on the MassGov website. Go to courts. Or no, go to courts and then check out legislative. Child support hearing officers. Look at that. Shall, Department of Health, Human Services. That's what child support, that's who runs the child support people. Shall verify as child support hearing officer members of the bar. Conflict of interest. Shall participate. Training program prescribed by the committee. Shall fix. Shall not be judges as clerks or magistrates of the trial court. Look at that. Rules, not laws. Rules. Look at the bottom. Administrative justices. Do it say judicial? Judicial justices? No, excuse me. Look at that. Conflict of interest right here. See that? Evidence in all proceedings. Y'all got y'all paperwork done? Don't go in there with no stupid ass shirt on talking about you a legal dad. You'll get your ass laughed up out of there. Oh, he's a legal dad. That's one of Chris's slaves. Oh, he's coming in with the payment. Yay! Man, fuck all that. Without the approval of any justice of any court, a child support hearing officer shall have the power. The shall win. When does shall mean? Huh? What does shall mean, people? Let me ask this sister on this one kind. What does shall mean?
Shall in the first person expressing the future tense.
Sometime in the future they gonna have power. We don't know when. Did the so-called African Americans overcome, like Martin Luther King said? We shall overcome. No. I'm not an African American. I'm one of the indigenous people, and I am who I am. I'm not here to fuck y'all, cause I don't want to reap what's in return. What you throw in the universe is gonna come back to you. End slavery now. And that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? People, like I said, I helped. I went to school for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard as you think it is. Don't let people tell you how to conduct your business. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't be programmed. Because this is a program. Child support is a program and a service ran by the Human Health Services Department. Did they tell you there was a loan? Huh? I seen one brother's paper that said this is not a bill. Did anybody tend you to the bill, give you the bill? They said they want to order you something. They want you to order. They want you to abide by order. Last time I checked, I went to Arby's tonight. I went and made me an order. I had to pay for it. Come on, people, it's the same shit. Open your mind. Get off that Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I know the CIA and them, they all around this shit. I ain't injure and harm nobody because you know what? Whoever try to do me harm, death be upon them, they whole bloodline. And it cannot be unbroken. It cannot. So, let he who wants to be deceived. It is safer to be deceived than to be the deceiver. One who does not deny, admits, and consents. So, brothers and sisters, hit me up. You need help? My actions cost. But if you got victories, let me know. You learn from this, man. I'm telling you, you can learn from this. So, hey, hit me up. Comment. This ain't for weak people. This is for the strong at heart. You got feelings and emotions, don't come over here. Go to the League of Fags. You know what I'm saying? Go to that dude, Crank Sinatra. Go to them dudes, Jeremiah. Go pay. Go give your money away. You know what I'm saying? Keep being a volunteer. This is for strong brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses who tired of getting ripped off. So, hit me up, Mike. Like I said, ain't nothing free in this world. Because this is what I do. Hotel.